I don't think you call plays in a game that didn't work in practice. My dad mad at me for that, for sure. I know the team, everybody is. But I would say as time goes on, those decisions and those things, will slim down. And we won't be in situations where I have that feeling, like I got to make something happen. Yeah, the result was a fumbled snap, so that's on me.
This wasn't just another routine post-game shout-out to the man upstairs. This was a full-blown testimony from a rookie quarterback standing at the podium. Sanders expanded on his faith with words that reveal exactly how his mind works under the bright lights.
When it's a lot of confusion, when it's a lot of adversity, when it's a lot of things, going on, that's why I feel like God steps in the most for me to be able to help me stay mentally clear.
That level of maturity and self-awareness, most veterans don't reach it until year 10. This is a 22-year-old kid explaining how he relies on something bigger than himself to stay locked in when everything around him is falling apart. But hold on tight, because Sanders just dropped an absolute bomb about that failed two-point conversion, the one that denied Cleveland a shot to tie the game. When a reporter asked if the play had worked in practice, his answer should have every Browns fan losing their minds.
No, we just called it in the game and it didn't work in practice.
Then came what might be the most jaw-dropping statement of his young NFL career.
I don't think you call plays in a game that didn't work in practice.
Let that sink in. Cleveland ran a game-deciding two-point conversion in the final seconds, a play that had never worked in practice. And Sanders, just 3 starts into his NFL career, stood up and publicly challenged the coaching staff's call. That's either fearless leadership or a career suicide mission. Maybe it's both. Either way, Browns fans just watched their rookie quarterback plant his flag and call out the decision makers. Now let's rewind to the first two-point attempt, the fumbled snap that killed Cleveland's momentum in its tracks. When reporters asked Sanders point blank what happened, his answer came instantly.
I didn't. That was on me. That was on me.
Get a grasp of the ball and slip out.
Yeah, the result was a fumbled snap, so that's on me.
Zero hesitation, zero finger pointing, just complete accountability. Then he broke down exactly where it went wrong. 3 times he said it was his fault, not the center's, not the weather's, his. That's the kind of ownership that earns respect in an NFL locker room. That's what true leaders do. Now here's the moment that shows you everything about who Shedeur Sanders is when the pressure's on. After throwing an interception that could have tanked the entire comeback, he engineered 2 scoring drives in the final 8 minutes. When the media asked how he cleared his head after that pick, Sanders gave us a revealing look into what makes him tick.
Definitely on the interception, I feel we stagnant, I'm trying to get a spark. I'm trying to, so that's all it is. And as the game goes on, as time goes on, and I know my dad mad at me for that, for sure. I know the team, everybody is. But
he saw the offense stalling. He tried to force something. It backfired. But here's what separates the great ones from the forgettable ones: his awareness of the mistake. He knows Dion is probably losing his mind watching that throw. He knows the team is frustrated. But watch what he says about growth.
I would say as time goes on, those decisions and those things, will slim down. And we won't be in situations where I have that feeling, like I got to make something happen.
That's maturity in real time. That's a quarterback who understands the difference between forcing plays and trusting the process. That's exactly what Cleveland needs from their franchise quarterback. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room that Sanders addressed head-on. Last week, cameras caught a heated sideline exchange between Sanders and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. Social media exploded. Hot take artists declared the relationship toxic. Everyone wondered if this young quarterback could handle veteran egos. Sanders didn't dodge the question. He embraced it with emotional intelligence that's rare in professional sports.
Obviously, me and Jerry had that dispute or whatever last week, but, I had faith in him. He had faith in me. And everybody put everything aside and, okay, cool, let's go out there and play ball. God forgive everybody else, so why not let's forgive each other, So that's, when you go in situations, you have no negativity, no hate on your heart, no anything, and you out there enjoying, having fun.
The pregame message was unity. The execution on the field was connection. And when Sanders threw that touchdown to Jeudy, it wasn't just about points on the board. Listen to what Sanders said about that moment.
It was truly exciting being able to connect with him, because I know the season in a lot kind of like hasn't gone the way he wanted to this year. So the fact that, you know, one decision could bring somewhat joy in his life and be able to help the team out overall, that brings me peace, that brings me happiness, you know.
A 22-year-old rookie quarterback talking about bringing joy into a veteran's life through his decisions, understanding that his throws impact not just statistics, but the emotional well-being of his teammates. That's not just leadership, that's franchise quarterback DNA. Perhaps the most revealing moment came when Sanders was asked about feeling more in command of the team compared to a couple weeks ago. His response should be plastered on every motivational poster in Cleveland.
I mean, I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. You gotta understand, like that's just kind of like the situation I'm in, and I'm fine with that. I love that, you know, cause my story and everything inspires people to make sure, even if they're in uncomfortable positions and situations, to stay on course and keep that mental strong, you know, and be able to push through adversity, knowing that you'll be able to see the other side one day. So.
This is a quarterback who understands his platform extends beyond the gridiron. He's not just trying to win games. He's trying to inspire people who feel stuck, who feel overwhelmed, who feel like success is impossible. That's powerful coming from a rookie in his third start. When asked about his last touchdown throw to Harold, Sanders gave us a moment of pure comedy before clarifying. The reporter asked if Harold was the intended target.
So, yeah.
The one to Harold, the last touchdown, is he the intended target there? And when you let it go, did you know that he was going to go get it?
Nah. All right, come on.
No, I mean, I'm saying it was a great pass.
Who would be the intended target?
The whole play, not the throw, the whole play. Like when you come up
I got you. Yes, I was intentionally throwing it to him, and he caught it, made a play, and yeah.
That brief moment of candor followed by the save showed both his humanity and his media savvy. He almost slipped into brutal honesty before catching himself. It was authentic. It was real. It was refreshing in an era of robotic post-game responses. As the press conference wound down, Sanders was asked what he wants to accomplish in the coming weeks beyond just winning. His answer revealed a quarterback obsessed with getting better.
I feel like this week we have improved from sideline communication, you know, just keeping everybody chill, keeping everybody under one tent, basically, analogy. Communication with everybody, just checking everybody's temperature, how everybody's feeling, you know.
He's not just focused on his game. He's managing emotions, checking temperatures, keeping the entire offense unified. That's veteran-level leadership from a rookie. Then he outlined his specific goals for next week.
Going into next week, of course, it'll be timing. It'll be being able to anticipate a little bit more, being able to do different things. See throws, you know, I missed how to get in that rhythm early on.
But here's what separates good players from great ones: the commitment to film study and self-correction.
You know, and we got to look at the film. I know I didn't play perfect, so it's definitely being able to see that, being able to go over and rekindle my thoughts on what I missed and why I missed it, you know, to get to the root of everything, so then it won't be consistent problems. So
he wants to get to the root of every mistake so they don't become patterns. That's the mindset of someone who refuses to accept mediocrity. Sanders closed with a vision that should excite every Browns fan about the future of this team.
Every week, we're looking to change mentally, physically, and emotionally, you know, so then we all are in a better place for next week.
Mental, physical, emotional. That's a holistic approach to improvement that considers every aspect of team building. That's a quarterback thinking like a leader, not just a player. This press conference was everything. Shedeur Sanders didn't hold back. He called out questionable coaching decisions. He took full accountability for his mistakes. He talked about God and mental clarity like it's his secret weapon. He publicly reconciled with Jerry Jeudy and explained how forgiveness drives success. He owned the fumbled snap. He explained his interception, and he outlined a clear vision for constant improvement. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. He threw a pick trying to force a spark. He fumbled a critical snap. The Browns lost this game, but what Sanders showed in this press conference is something Cleveland hasn't seen in decades. A young quarterback with the self-awareness, maturity, transparency, and leadership to potentially be the answer this franchise has been desperately searching for since 1999. The statistics will come. The wins will follow. But what matters right now is the foundation being built. And based on this press conference, that foundation is rock solid. Shedeur Sanders didn't hold back. He gave us truth. He gave us vulnerability. He gave us confidence. And Browns fans should be absolutely thrilled about what they just witnessed.